Hey there, NAC Warriors. It's a little past 12 today, so I do apologize that I'm trying to hit 12 p.m. Eastern. It's not happening, but we'll do another 5 minutes today. I'm going to jump on when I can, and of course, if you can't make these live videos, that's okay. You can watch it on the replay. Today is all about heroes. Somebody asked me who's my hero slash influencer that I follow and how has that affected my life. And I thought that was a good question that I'd like to ask everybody. So if you could just hit the reply and let me know who your favorite influencer or hero is. I tend to look at people as influencers. It's very tough for me to grant somebody a hero. So, an influencer for me is more somebody that directs me into a certain direction, as whereas a hero is saving me from, say, disaster or something like that, saving me from myself essentially. So, the big question for me when it comes to heroes or influencers, mainly that's what I'm looking at is the influencer. I have two in the health and fitness world. I have many that I like to follow for different reasons because they help me take a shortcut or give me a better perspective on life. But the two major ones in health and fitness would have to be the two Tonys, and one of them you probably wouldn't think of as being in the health and fitness world. But the first one would be Tony Horton, who did P90X, which is a program I did back in 2010. And I really appreciated that program. It was rigorous, it was hard, it was great. I was in great shape when I finished it. But one of the things that I liked about Tony in the program, and I'm not promoting the program or whatever, I'm just giving you my experience. The thing I liked about Tony was that he was very fun, he was very light, and he had a comedy there that maybe some people didn't maybe appreciate, but I kind of liked it. And he had this one saying that he used to say, do your best and forget the rest. And that had such a huge impact on me. Even though it was just a small thing, he would say that over and over again in all his videos. And I actually took that with me because I really embraced that philosophy. Do your best and forget the rest. We all want to do moves and do all these things like so perfect, and we get so stuck on being perfect rather than execution. And and it doesn't even have to be execution in the exercise world. It could be execution in the things that we eat. It could be in the execution of how much we do it. It doesn't matter, but the fact of the matter is if we're out there doing something uh, and you're doing your best, you should be happy because the worst you could do is the opposite, which is get hung up on trying to be perfect and then you give up. And then you get up, then you end up being nowhere, and that's never helpful for anybody. So look at that when you're going out there trying to do some exercise. Do your best and forget the rest. The other one was Tony Robbins. Now, most of you think of him as the, let's say, the self improvement guru type of thing, rah, rah. But he had a program, again, I'm not promoting it. He had a program out there, health and fitness, that I did back in 2017 before I started on my journey. Well, I should say my self led intense journey. My journey started back in 2015, but the what he showed me in that program was just beyond the nutrition and the exercise, and I said this was the key. He was tapping into stuff that most people don't talk about, and I appreciated that because I spent a pretty penny. His programs are a pretty penny to purchase and take part in. So when I took it and did it, I did it from soup to nuts, and I shed off a ton of weight, actually too much to be honest, because I took the concepts and I ran with it, and I went beyond just what he said, because he just kind of gave you the kickstart but gave you some open ends that you could go through. But what I did was I went on a discovery there, and I started learning things because of that leading questions that he kind of gave in the program. And I was like, like there's a lot of things that are missing in all these other programs this is what is missing. And so I needed to go out there and discover on my own, what did this mean? What did this mean to me? And that's when I ended up on my selfish discovery. I call it my selfish journey, because I was just focused on myself. In 2015, when I hit my low, I never could go back to that point again. And so I needed to go on a selfish journey. And I'm a big proponent of, you can't really show up 100% for other people if you aren't showing up for yourself 100%. And that's super important. And a lot of people think, oh, I'm being good because I'm out there trying to help people, others. And that's great. And I commend you for doing that. But man, if you're missing something from yourself, there is no way you're going to be able to fill someone else's cup up, because you aren't there 100%. You are broken. I mean, not that we're ever 100% ever fixed, but if you are in a place where you're sacrificing, let's say, your health and fitness for somebody else, remember, regardless of whether you think you are important or not, you are a role model to somebody somewhere out there. They are watching you and you don't even know it. And so you have to bring your game to that level, because they're looking at you and saying, oh, okay, I should do the same thing. And when the message should be, look, there's a reason why on the planes they always say put the oxygen mask on you first, then you help others. I mean, they didn't say that just for the fun of it. There's a real fundamental truth to that. And it's, let's say, I don't know the word, like a a metaphor. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a metaphor for what we should be doing in life. We need to fill ourselves up with health and fitness before we can go share it with others, to be 100% effective. That doesn't mean that I'm disregarding anything that you've done for other people if you haven't fulfilled yourself first. But what I'm saying is, you could fulfill them at a whole completely different level once you are at that level. Like, it's just a whole different game. And I'm living proof of that. When I thought I was being, let's say, healthy, and I was still learning, when I went to functions, it was very easy for people to sort of steamroll me, or me to conform and want to be part of the conversations that were, I would have to say, in the end, like, they were not very good. They weren't healthy, long-term healthy discussions. It was almost like we were, trying to get together and say, yes, it's okay to do this or that, when now I'm a completely different person. I go there and I'm saying, yes, I'm doing this because, and I, I'm agreeing with you that you should be able to eat ice cream. Like, for me, the killer, I've said this before, the killer is ice cream. When I go to birthday parties, I'm having ice cream. When I used to go and people would talk about food, it would be like, yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of don't want to eat the ice cream. I shouldn't eat the ice cream. Now I'm like, I'm eating the ice cream and I'm making healthier choices overall. Now, when people have conversations with me at birthday parties, it's a whole different conversation. I'm coming at it at a whole different level. I've been on programs before, like the P90X and everything, and I've been healthy and fit, and I've gone to those conversations. But now, in the place that I'm at now, because I was still missing stuff in those things, and that's why I went on that roller coaster ride. Now I'm not on that roller coaster ride. Now I go there and the conversations are completely different. And I'm looking at the time now and I'm past the 5 minutes. Feel free to comment, Q&A if you want to. I'm going to start closing it up, but if you have a question, feel free to ask it. I love to interact with people and talk. So if you have a question about health and fitness, something that's on your mind, I want to hear it. And I'm looking at the comments here to see if anything's popping up. So if my eyes go down there, that's what I'm looking for. I'll get better at the whole setup and everything. But with that, I'll wait for your comments. If not, that's okay. If you're not an NAC warrior, what I mean by that is you haven't joined our Facebook group, please do so. I believe I have a link right down here, NFT Athletic Community. That's like our mother company. But off of that, we have all these different things like Facebook group for NAC warriors, and it's free. please join. Click that, and then I believe it's the first section on our homepage. Just click that, and it will take you to that Facebook group. Join there, and I want to start working with everybody, start helping them on their health and fitness journey. I want you to get to the place where I'm at right now. It's such a good feeling. I can't even explain it till I can share it. And then once you feel it, it will be like, oh man, so great. Or if you're on Facebook right now, you can go to the search groups and type in NAC Warriors, and right here is the logo. You'll see it there. It's just the circles. It doesn't have the little icons in the uh, when you go to the group, you'll see. But that's how you know you're at the right group. It will say NAC Warriors. With that, we've got a lot of things coming up. I'm not going to get into that today. I just wanted to spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, apparently, with everybody to kind of go over what's been on my mind. So I'd love to hear what your hero is, anything that's on your mind. And until next time, please ignite that warrior within you because it's waiting to come out. Okay, I'll see you later.